Okay, here we are for round one. We've won the die roll, so we're going to play first. Let's see what our opening hand looks like. Well, we've got a tap land and a blue, so we've got blue-green. So we've got a 2-drop in Highland Games. We've got a 3-drop in Grizzly or Pine Walker if we hit that land. I'm comfortable keeping this because I have that 2-drop. If I didn't have that 2-drop, I'd be a lot less comfortable keeping with just 3 drops. But let's drop this Thornwood Falls and see how it goes. We didn't hit the land yet, unfortunately. But we've got a 2-drop. We've got a Force Away if need be. Maybe we can just get out there early with this elk. Mono black so far. Well, not quite a third land. It's going to take another turn for that to come online. But we get to get in for 2 here. We've got a Force Away up. He's still mono black. This is going to be a morph, I imagine. Yep. So we could just bounce the morph right now and get information about what it is. But I don't think so. I think I'll attack into it and see if he wants to trade. Get my 4th land. Very nice. Swing in with the elk. See what he thinks. He's just going to take the 2. And I think we'll drop the grizzly maybe. Yeah, let's drop the grizzly. If we hit a land, Pine Walker's online. So is Meandering Tower Shell for that matter. He's still mono black. Wow. Alright. Well, we'll take 2 here. I'm totally okay with that. And we're going to see a Bellowing Saddlebrute. Alright. Well, that's going to get forced away for sure. And we get to loot, which will be nice too. And we hit a land. Jeez. So we're going to hit him. And we're going to loot. And we're just going to throw that land away. And then we'll get in for 6 here. And then we'll morph Pine Walker. We'll take the 2. He can recast his Saddlebrute all he wants. Because I think I'm going to cast Meandering Tower Shell. Or Mystic of the Hidden Way could start to finish this game off. Choices. Well, let's swing in with the Pine Walker and see what he thinks. He's going to block. Alright, so that means that we are going to get his Saddlebrute, and it's just dead. So we unmorph, Pine Walker on taps, Saddlebrute dies, and we go back to him. Still stuck on 4 swamps. So we need 9 if we wanted to play this, equip it, and activate it all on the same turn. So he's going to just straight up kill my Pine Walker. I'm okay with that. He's going to leave this morph guy up. Presumably he wants to kill my grizzly, I would think. So I'm going to actually offer that. Just to keep him on the back foot here. So they'll trade. I'm fine with that. He'll go to 8. And then we're going to drop the turtle shell. Or the tower shell. Well, maybe we should just start closing the game out. Yeah, let's just start closing the game out. Let's not get fancy at all. So he's now on a 3-turn clock just from the Mystic. I highly doubt that he's actually mono black. It looks like he's probably just gotten severely color screwed. So what was that morph? I didn't actually check. It was Sage Eye Harrier. Okay, so he is black-white at least. With an orc, with a Saddlebrute, and with a Sage Eye Harrier, I have a feeling he could be the black-white warrior deck, which is very challenging to beat. So I may be very, very, very lucky that he's not drawing any of his planes. So he's really thinking about this Mystic of the Hidden Way. Or he's just busy with another game or something. It's possible I've disconnected. So if you ever think you might be disconnected, a quick way to check, and it's not foolproof, so don't trust me on this as being guaranteed, is to just go over to the main screen and click around. You know, go to the trade page. If this fills up with things, then you're probably connected. If you go to the store and things show up, then you're probably connected. So I'm probably connected here. It's probably him who's not there. So we've got the Mystic of the Hidden Way unblockable. He could very easily debilitating injury it, or murderous cut it, or well, he can't Rite of the Serpent it for a while. But there's obviously black removal spells that could do bad things to him. If he doesn't have them, then he is on a 3-turn clock just from that, even if he plays blockers. We will probably put the turtle shell down next turn. Although, so next turn we can attack in for 3. If we play the Dragon Throne, and then on the next turn equip it to the elk, tap the elk, then we actually have lethal in 2 turns. So depending on what we draw, depending on what he does, that's actually going to be our play. Finish the game up 1 turn early. Unyielding Krumar, sure, that's not going to stop me. Forest, sure thing. We will swing in for 3. We will play the Dragon Throne. And we'll actually equip the Dragon Throne, just to use up all of our mana this turn. So I do have lethal on the board now. And he still hasn't found a white land. Alright, there we go. So we won that game. Probably pretty bad for him, not hitting a single land that wasn't a swamp. 6 cards in hand. I'm kind of wondering what he kept, if there was a lot of white in his hand or not. I don't think we saw anything I'm too concerned about, or at least that we can sideboard for at the moment. We always have a Disdainful Stroke or a Singing Bell Strike if need be. Disdainful Stroke could be good against Bellowing Saddlebrood. It's 4 or greater, right? Yeah, 4 or greater. I think the Saddlebrood's 4. Pretty sure it is. Dragon Throne was actually going to finish the game up for us, but it did feel kind of like a win more card at that point. I think we will put the Disdainful Stroke in for the time being. You know, the Dragon Throne did what it needed to do there, but I also had that game won 1 turn later, even if I didn't have the throne. And the Mystic of the Hidden Way was as vulnerable if I had it or if I didn't have it. So we've got 2 forests, 3 green cards. Well, the only card we cannot cast if we drew another forest is Disdainful Stroke. So we'll keep it. And remember that since we're 2 colors, we have a very good chance of drawing an island as opposed to a forest. Turn 1 Mardu Hateblade, sure thing. Oh, there's our island anyways. So we will just pass the turn a few times. I think our turn 3 play is going to be the Tuskguard Captain, just to get a 2-3 down. Well, double white so far. Hopefully he hits his black. So yeah, we'll drop an island and pass the turn. And just let these guys keep coming in. Next turn we'll drop a Tuskguard Captain, which will start to block them pretty handily. Well, there's his swamp. So he's got a Morph guy online. So let's let's drop the Tuskguard Captain. So that'll trade with a Hateblade, presumably. Well, no, I'm just gonna kill off this Morph, unless it's a... Okay, he's gonna give it Defiant Strike. I'm still gonna kill it. We're just gonna trade instead. And it was a Sage-Eye Harrier? Yep, that's fine by me. So now we've got some options. Woolly Loxodon is a few turns away from coming online. So maybe we go, well, Let's go with the Grizzly. Let's force him to activate a Hate Blade to trade for it. Obviously, trading a 3-drop for a 1-drop isn't great, but I'd rather they kill that than something I really super am going to care about. Yeah, sure thing. They trade. And then as a 3-drop, Mardu Horde Chief is going to get a warrior out. He is absolutely the warrior deck. So I need to be very worried about Rush of Battle coming in at some point. That would be bad news. I guess we'll just morph. Yeah, let's morph a Mystic of the Hidden Way. And I'll trade it for the other Mardu Hateblade. Kind of sucks throwing away so many cards to those 1/1s, but if I can get them out of the way, then I can get that Woolly Loxodon down and it can stick a little bit longer. Is this going to be the Saddle Brute? Yeah, that's the Saddle Brute. So that's less than ideal. He really came out of the gate here for sure. I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm going to take 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to force away the Saddle Brute. And then when he tries to cast it again, I'm going to Disdainful Stroke it. It's not the best play, but it's a play. Especially because it also cost me 3 life. So we're going to take 3. He's going to recast it. And we're going to stroke it. Pine Walker, eh? Yeah, we're just going to play that. So he needs to Murderous Cut that. Karu Bloodseeker. Okay. And Salt Road Patrol. Okay. Sure thing. So he's played out his hand, which is quite nice. I know everything he has now. So we're going to... We're going to do Ice Feather Aven for the time being. I'm not going to attack in. I'm at half the life he has. But he is top decking now. He's just going to keep outlasting that Salt Road Patrol, which could be quite annoying. I'm going to need a Towering Meander Shell. Yeah, let's start meandering around. So I could actually attack in now, correct? He would have to block with everything, and I could kill those 2 guys. Yeah, let's come in with Pine Walker, because we can block with the Tower Shell. And he's just going to chump block? Sure. Sure. Wait, what? Oh, he's going to chump block and then sack. I get it. Fine by me. Fine by me. Next turn I'll swing in with the Tower Shell, I think. He's just going to outlast again, it looks like. Oh, no, he's got a Chief of the Edge. That's annoying. I knew he was the warrior deck. It was written all over his face. So we're going to swing in with the Tower Shell. And it's going to disappear. And then we're going to just pass the turn, I think, to keep Ice Feather Aven up. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, he's going to kill my Pine Walker. That's a jerk move. Can I bounce it back? I could bounce it back. But should I? No. We're not going to bounce it back. We're going to see what he wants to come in with. I assume everything. Yeah, everything. We are going to block the Chief of the Edge. And then we're going to flip. And we're going to bounce his Bloodseeker. So I'm going to take 6 and go to 4. I did momentarily forget how low on life I was. But he's going to be left with 2 creatures, and I'm going to have a Tower Shell. Well, the Tower Shell is going to be swinging in, I guess, so it's going to be tapped, unfortunately. We can Crippling Chill and go to 2. That's less than ideal. I guess we long shot squad and trade with the whatchamadoodle there. Yup, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to need to leave that turtle shell back, or tower shell back, just to block. So we get in for 5. He's down to a card. Oh, that card is Carry Bloodseeker, of course. So he's going to come in with both. If he has a way of boosting anything, we just lose anyways, which means Defiant Strike, which he quite possibly has. But he doesn't. He just takes us to 1. All right. Bloodseeker's going to come back down, and he still has a card. Oh, he's going to play it out. Okay. Oh, I forgot that that drains life too, doesn't it? I thought it just added life. Yep. So he had that. He came out really fast, as I said. The Black-White Warrior deck, when it works, it is just absolutely insane. There's very little you can do against it, unfortunately. But now that we're sure that that's his deck, we can possibly do something. I think Disdainful Stroke only hits Bellowing Saddlebrute and Rite of the Serpent. Well, maybe we keep it in. The Dragoneye Savant is pretty good. Well, let's look at what could go in. Cancel, no. Another Singing Bell Strike, maybe. Windstorm, no. Seek and Scout, no. No, I think we're just going to go back in and we just have to hope. We have to hope that we are a bit faster than him. It's a really difficult deck to play against. It just throws things down. I'm okay with this. Can't cast Scion, but that's about it. We're probably going to go for... we'll see what his... Okay, so he's getting the Hate Blades out, so I think we're going to keep... Well, no, because he can just stomp over those if he hits a swamp. Choices. Let's hope he doesn't have a swamp. That's our game plan. Hope he doesn't have a swamp. He's got a swamp, so we're not going to block here. We're just going to take the 1. Hope he doesn't have a 2-drop. Oh, he's got another Hate Blade. Oh, that's annoying. So we're going to drop this, and we're going to drop the Wind Scout, and we're just going to try to race. He can be on the ground all he wants. We're going to be in the air. Sure, I'll take 2. How good is his 3-drop? His 3-drop's pretty good. Yeah, this is exactly what the Warriors deck does. If you can get it, get it. It is so solid. Well, we could Crippling Chill something now. Oops. We could Crippling Chill something now to get an extra damage through. Ugh. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. No, we're just going to pass the turn. Maybe we can Disdainful Stroke something. Maybe he has Saddlebrute, of course, or something like that. Yeah, he's on 4. We're going to block the 2-3, and we're going to take... We're going to take the 3 because he has Saddlebrute, I'm sure of it. Oh, no, it's a 2-drop. All right. No, it's a 3-drop. It's another Mardu Horde Chief. Holy crap. There's nothing we can do. This game is just over. Unfortunately, this deck is miserable to play against, just absolutely miserable to play against. It just gets stuff out so aggressively. And if he drops a Chief of the Edge right now, for example, every single thing on his field is a warrior, and things would just go insane. I will take the 2. At least he's holding back slightly now that I have that Scion, but it's not going to do much, especially since I'm out of gas. Another warrior, of course. Well, we've got a Force away, so that's something, I suppose. We will just pass the turn. In with the Hate Blades, and him. Alright. Well, what can we do? Not much. Not much. We can Force away. Yeah, I can't keep taking 2 like that, so I'm gonna need to just throw my Wind Scout in front of one of those Hate Blades. Sure, give it Death Touch. Yeah, kill him dead. Is this going to be that Bondkin again, or is this a Saddle Brute? Bondkin. Bondkin's going away. Well, I'm trying. I am trying. Riverwheel Aerialists. Needs to be able to bring it home. Yeah, once again, I'm just completely at the mercy of those Hate Blades. I will take 1. And I'm sure something else good is going to come down. There's a Bellowing Saddle Brute. And he's got something else too. Ripper. That's not a warrior. First non-warrior card. Water Whirl, eh? That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Just going to Rite of the Serpent something? Okay, he's going to rush a battle. So this is where the warrior deck shines. Everything now has +2/+1, and everything has lifelink except for that Ripper. So that's fun. So we're going to have to do some stuff here. We are going to block and block and block. And then we are going to Water Whirl away that and that. And we're still going to take 6. But hey, some minor things go away. And he's going to gain 7, 11, 14. He's going to gain 17 and go to 37, and we're going to go to 5, I believe. 34, and we're going to go to 5. So yay, that was fun. Oh, right, I bounced a warrior. I was wondering why he only had 1 card in hand. Well, I guess we can Crippling Chill something next turn. So I guess we really basically just have to get in for 4 here in the air. We have to try to get something going. And I can morph him what's coming down. Is he just hard casting the Saddle Brute and losing 4 life just because he can? Raider Spoils. Yeah, he has the absolute prototypical Warriors deck. So all of his creatures now have +1/+0, and whenever a warrior you control deals combat damage to a player, you can pay a life and draw a card. Bad, bad news. So he's coming in with his 2 Death Touchy guys. He can't cast the Saddle Brute, so that's nice, I guess. So he has a Saddle Brute in hand, and that's it. I will very riskily trade the Scion for the Hate Blade. And take 2 and go to 3. And then I will tap down the Horde Chief. Oops, there we go. Didn't tap that last land. We draw an island, and then we get a Tuskguard Captain. So we can on-morph him, and we could swing in for 10, taking him all the way down to 20, which is what we're going to do. And then we're going to have to block and lose our Dragonized Savant to the Ripper. He's going to get to cast the Saddle Brute. And then we're in even more varieties of trouble. No, I'm just going to take the 2 here. Saddle Brute, sure thing. I will swing in the air for 4. I will drop another blocker. So at least we can block and kill Saddle Brute. Ugh, what's he have? What is this? Murderous Cut. Murderous Cut, we lose. Yep. So we lose. Unfortunate. That deck is just, as I said, absolutely miserable to play against. It makes me hate Khans of Tarkir as much as I said I've loved it. If somebody is able to put that deck together, you just can't beat it. You have to hope that they somehow get color screwed, or else you're just toast. You're just completely toast. You really need an End Hostilities or something like that, and of course they're going to probably have taken the End Hostilities if it went by them. Not a fan of that deck. I really, 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 really hate it, and I think you saw why there. But we'll see how we can do in matches 2 and 3. The upside of getting this out of the way in match 1 is that it's probably nearly impossible for the people in match 2 and match 3 to have built this deck. But I'll see you guys for that, and hopefully they are a bit less miserable.